All right, what is going on, guys? I'm back for the NBA playoffs predictions for round 3 of 2017. And before I get started on that, I just want to recap some things real quick. So far in this playoffs, as you can see in front, the teams that I circled are the teams that I thought were going to win, and then the teams that I crossed out were the ones that I thought were going to lose. And so far, I got the Clippers against Utah Jazz wrong. The Clippers lost and the Jazz won. And then the other one was the Celtics against the Wizards. I thought that the Wizards were going to win, but the Wizards lost. So the Celtics won. That was a really good series, by the way, guys. I think a lot of people counted out the Wizards and thought that the Celtics were going to win fairly easily because they were the number one team, or they are the number one team in the Eastern Conference in terms of stats and record. But obviously, the Wizards put up a pretty good series, and it, as you guys saw, it went to game 7, so that could have gone either way. I really think that was a very good series, and it was very close, and much closer than a lot of people expected it to be. And I actually thought that the Wizards were going to win, but they lost. So moving on, something else I want to touch upon is the Cavaliers and the Raptors series. That series, I predicted in my last video that the Cavaliers were going to win that series very easily. And every year I say something like this about the Raptors, and I always get so many comments of people telling me that I'm just like a Raptor hater, that I'm just doubting the Raptors, and a lot of people are just trying to defend the Raptors, and I totally get it. It's fine, but I'm not trying to downplay any team. I'm not trying to talk crap about any team. I am just giving my unbiased opinion, honestly, and I really think that the Cavaliers are just a much better team. And as you guys can see, I said that the Cavaliers were going to beat the Raptors easily, and there's no chance that the Raptors were going to win, and I was right. They won 4-0. The Raptors didn't even win one game, and I just knew that was going to be the case, because despite the record, the season record for both teams, they have the same record in the regular season. But that doesn't mean anything when it comes to the playoffs, because the Cavaliers are just a much better team. And every year the Raptors' record is relatively as good as the Cavaliers. They have like relatively the same record every season, but the Raptors always lose to the Cavs in the playoffs, because the Cavs are just a much better team. And so yeah, I just wanted to touch up on that before I move on, and just let all the Raptors fans know that I'm not a hater or anything. It's just that the Cavaliers are a much better team, and Raptors do not stand a chance. Okay, and they didn't. Okay, so moving on to the Western Conference and Eastern Conference Finals. So to the Conference Finals predictions. Obviously this video is a little late. I just didn't want to make a video until the series was actually over, or until the round was actually over. Sorry. And speaking of the Western Conference Finals, the Golden State Warriors against the San Antonio Spurs. Now, my original prediction before this round started, if I had to bet, I would have put my money on the Warriors. I would have said that the Warriors would win in this series, because I do think that the Warriors have a better chance of beating the Spurs than vice versa. And the reason is because the Warriors, not only are they such a good team, but the Spurs always tend to lose to younger teams that are very quick and athletic, especially a really good team like the Warriors, that just drain three-pointers like crazy, and they're just young, quick, athletic, and just so talented. So I had a feeling that the Spurs weren't going to win the series. I thought it was going to be a decent series, but Warriors would end up winning. And after seeing the first game of the Warriors beating the Spurs, if Kawhi Leonard did not get injured in that game, in game 1, and if he stayed healthy for the rest of the series, I probably would have been wrong with my initial prediction, because I actually, after seeing the first game with Kawhi Leonard playing and everything, and with a healthy Spurs team, actually I can't even say healthy Spurs team because Tony Parker is out. So if Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard were both healthy and the whole Spurs team was healthy for the entire series, I actually now think that the Spurs would beat the Warriors in a series of 7. I think that the Spurs have a really good chance of winning. But after the injuries, obviously Tony Parker didn't play at all, and he's done for the playoffs. And Kawhi Leonard is out. He got hurt in game 1, and we got news that he will not be playing game 2 in Oakland as well. So because of those reasons, I actually don't think Spurs have any chance of winning anymore. And like I said, though, my initial prediction before the round even started, I would have went with the Warriors. But after seeing how the Warriors played against the Spurs with Kawhi Leonard, I think I would have been wrong with that initial prediction. So I think that the Spurs probably would have won the series. But with the injuries, I'm going to have to say that my original prediction would be correct and that the Warriors are going to win that series. So hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Warriors for that series. And yeah, I don't think that the Spurs are going to be able to win or have any chance of winning with all the injuries that they have, especially injuries with critical players like Tony Parker and especially Kawhi Leonard. Okay, so moving on to the Celtics and the Cavaliers. Okay, once again, guys, I know I'm probably going to sound like a Cavaliers fan. I'm not. I think LeBron James is pretty cool, but I'm not like a Cavaliers fan, guys. But I'm going to be realistic here, and I'm going to give it to the Cavaliers. And I think that the Cavs are going to win this series pretty easily as well. Okay, I actually think that the Cavs may potentially sweep the Celtics. Now, I don't know if they are, but I'm saying they could potentially sweep the Celtics because that's how good Cleveland is. That's how good LeBron James is. And I really think that the Celtics don't have any chance of beating the Cavaliers. They have, the Celtics have a couple scorers and a decent team overall. They have Isaiah Thomas, who's a great scorer, but and a decent team overall. But the Cavaliers just have so many like good players. Kyrie Irving could score just as much as Isaiah Thomas, and LeBron James is completely unstoppable. He can do whatever he wants at any time he wants. And the Cavaliers have a better team overall. Not only that, but they have the best player in the NBA right now, and that's LeBron James. So I think that the Cavs are going to win this series fairly easily. And yeah, that's my prediction for the NBA Conference Finals. Let me know what you guys think in the description below. And if you haven't already, please check out my top 5 small forwards video on my channel. I just made a video on who I think are the top 5 best small forwards in the NBA. So please check that out if you haven't already. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the NBA Finals predictions video. Peace.